Sandy Krebs, but you can call me Chef Viva Vegana. In these videos, I'll be sharing with you how anyone can make delicious vegan food. So, let's cook. Chef Viva Vegana here. Today I want to show you how to cook black beans. This isn't Cuban black beans or Mexican black beans, which are really more like black bean stew, but this is cooked black beans that you would use in place of canned black beans. So, let's cook. There's a few really good reasons for cooking your own black beans. One of the reasons is because they just taste a lot better than black beans that come out of a can. Another reason is they're much less expensive than buying canned black beans. And a third reason is you don't wind up with the cans afterwards that you have to recycle or throw away. So, all that said, let's jump into the recipe. We're going to start off with 2 cups of black beans that have been soaked in 6 cups of cold water for 10 hours. We're going to go ahead and pour these in a colander and rinse them. Then we're going to pour them in the Instant Pot insert, and we're going to put in enough cold water to cover the beans by 2 inches. To that, we're going to add 2 bay leaves, 4 cloves of garlic. That was actually 5 because 2 of my cloves were really small. 1 quartered onion and a teaspoon of salt. I know a lot of people say not to add the salt while cooking because the beans will break up more easily, but I haven't noticed an appreciable difference that is enough to warrant the loss of flavor you get if you don't add the salt in. If you are trying to reduce sodium, you can cut that down to a half a teaspoon of salt. But if you leave salt out altogether, the beans will taste very bland. Then we're going to put the lid on. Make sure the vent is on sealing and not on venting. We're going to hit the pressure cook function. Make sure it's on high, not low, and turn off the keep warm function. We're going to cook them for 10 minutes. After they're done cooking for 10 minutes, we're going to let the pressure naturally dissipate for another 10 minutes, and then we'll do the quick release. Now that the 10 minutes is up, I'm going to go ahead and set a timer for 10 minutes. We don't want to let it get away from us because if they stay in there for longer than 10 minutes, they could overcook. Now that the 10 minutes is up, we're going to change it from sealing to venting. Be sure to keep your body parts out of the steam. You don't want to get burnt. And it should take just a few minutes to complete the steam from dissipating. So that took about 4 minutes for the rest of the pressure to release. What we're going to do now is just fish these pieces of onion out of here. It doesn't really hurt anything if you leave them in there, but since I'm going to be storing these in plastic containers in the fridge, I just would prefer if they're not in there. So the last thing we're going to do is pour these in the colander and rinse them with cold water so that they stop cooking altogether. If you leave them in that hot water, they'll continue to cook. And there you have it. Those black beans are going to taste so creamy and delicious, you may never buy another can of black beans again. I hope you found this recipe for black beans useful. I hope you'll like and share the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until next time, let's cook.